Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the food experience. Today's experience, well, it's kind of a span of a couple days where I tested this. I have the InkBird Bluetooth wireless thermometer. It's like a barbecue thermometer. You can use it in an air fryer, an oven, a smoker, a barbecue. Anyhow, it has quite a few applications. And also inside of the box, you will get this case that charges the thermometer right here, and you just pull it out, easy to pull out. And when you do, a green light will come on, and eventually it'll make a beeping sound. I'm going to put it back in for now. There it goes. And that's it. And it has a USB charge port on the other side, along with a button. They also provide a small USB-C cable so you could charge it, a customer support card, along with the user manual. In this video, I'm cooking a chicken breast in the air fryer and a tri-tip brisket style in the smoker. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out, and here we go. Using Foster Farms chicken breasts, I tried to cook this chicken breast in the rotisserie cage that I have. That's a look at the breast that I'll be cooking. Here's a look at the cage. Haven't broke this out in a long time, but it definitely is going to fit inside there. I'm getting the backside first, a little bit of avocado oil. This one I'm going with Killer Hogs all-purpose seasoning. A little more oil. I really don't want to season it too heavily. This one's going to my dad, and I'll put the probe in right in the middle there. Placing it in the cage, and there's definitely enough clearance for the thermometer. That's good. There we go. So that's going to hold it in place. I have it on the second position down. Air fry. Now you could go to chicken. The only problem with that is it's at 400. And if you cook chicken breast or any chicken at 400, it is going to smoke a little bit. I'm lowering it to 375. Less likely of a chance for it to smoke. Turn up the time a bit extra just in case, and start her up. When the chicken light stops flashing, then you know it's preheated. Shows you the internal temperature of the chicken is 36 degrees. Setting up a new cook. Choose chicken. It's already set to 165. You could hit start cooking. Putting the right hand side in first. And that should do it. Close her up. And there we go. It is rotating. I'm not sure if I'll have room to put a drip tray below it. Ultimately, I'd really like to, but space may not permit. No, that's not going to work. Right now, the chicken's at 129 degrees. And the ambient temperature is 379, a little bit higher than I have it set, but the caloric regulates up and down, so that's to be expected. It has a little bit of an up and down there because I had to make an adjustment to the basket because it was wanting to open, so I used like a twist tie to hold it closed. But yeah, it's going well. It's going very well. Here's the cooking graph right here, and it's got to get up to 165, and here's the ambient temperature, and you can see where I had to readjust things. There we go, folks. Reach target temperature, hit end cooking. It also clears the sound coming from this, and I'm double checking it with another probe. Yeah, 165. And that's what I'm looking at. Nothing too crazy. It's very minimally seasoned. Smoking a prime tri-tip, and I applied Killer Hogs AP seasoning for the brine overnight. There it is. And now using Q That barbecue seasoning by the Flat Top King. Generously applying it, patting it in, make sure it's stuck really well, and on the sides. Don't ever forget the sides, folks. Flipping it over and applying it on the top side, which is the presentation side. And also the sides. InkBird Bluetooth thermometer. removing it from the base, and now deciding where to put it in. Right in the middle there, and you want to put it in all the way to the black end of the stick. Over to the pit boss, inserting a water pan on the bottom rack and the tri-tip on the upper rack. I find this cooks it the very best way and leaves it nice and juicy. Going to the InkBird app and to the thermometer, setting up a custom cook for a brisket style tri-tip, and all the way to 203, which is as high as you could go for the cook. Internal temp of the meat is at 46 degrees. Tri-tip has been in there about 8.5 hours. And you could see right here when it hit about 160, it just stalled. Now it's starting to go up. Temperature's at 162. Let's take a quick look. All right, that's what we're looking at. Looking really good. Nice bark. A lot of smoke rolling through this. I bet the smoke ring's gonna be incredible. Close it back up. Increasing the heat to 275 and let her ride. Okay folks, I just got the warning that it reached target temperature. The only thing is, with this probe, it only goes to 203, and they really should make it go hotter than that. At least 212. And wow, let me tell you, that's looking pretty groovy. Using some aluminum foil, and you want to tense it real close to the meat, as close as possible. Real tight. From here, I'm letting the temperature drop back down to 140, then I'll slice it up. So the meat's been resting. It's actually at 133 now. Lower than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. Oh wow, there's juice all around it. That's nice. Remove the InkBird. I remember when I got this meat, the grain runs this way till about here, and then it starts angling that way. Keeping that in mind, I'll make some cuts. The end right here I suspect is going to be dry. Oh wow. You could already see the smokiness just from that piece alone. Oh yum. Juicy too. I had to try another piece. That was amazing. This is just looking so good, guys. So juicy too. Not really coming off on my fingers or anything. That's with no spritzing, no wrapping. Hopefully that's coming across good in the camera. See, as it break apart. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yum. So juicy, so tender, so pull apart nice. Looks so good. That's so yummy. This is beautiful. Totally beautiful. Totally juicy. Definite thumbs up on this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you like my demonstrations with the InkBird Bluetooth thermometer. One thing I didn't really mention during that time, and I'll mention it now. My smoker is way out that door back there, way out there, okay? And I was in my kitchen here at the table and had the door closed. It's a glass door, and no problem at all. Did not skip a beat, and definitely kept right up with everything that was going on in the smoker. And opposite that, I also, when I was operating my air fryer, which is in the kitchen behind where my camera is right now, I went outside to monitor it. Worked just fine. Another thing I wanted to mention, I didn't mention up front, is the back of this case is magnetic. So when I was using it in the smoker, I put it right on one of the legs of the smoker, and when I was using it in the air fryer, I tested it and stuck it to the side of the air fryer for a second, and it definitely does work. So that's pretty cool as well. As far as the temperature accuracy goes, I tested it against a ThermoPro instant read thermometer. Was like really spot on. I was trying to use the instant read thermometer right in the same spot where I thought the tip of the probe would be, because you have to measure it in the same spot. Otherwise, there's going to be a discrepancy. And it was really spot on in both cases, in both the chicken and with the tri-tip. The application is easy to download. I don't know about Apple devices. I only have Android, but I just went to the Google Play and downloaded the InkBird app. And it was so easy to set up from there. It automatically found the device, and I showed you some of the screens during my cooking. So simple and easy to use, easy to make a new custom profile, like if there's something you're cooking in that it doesn't have. In my case, it was tri-tip brisket style, so I went ahead and created an entry for that. So super easy, and I like the way it retains all the information in your cook, and you can click on any spot along the way. It'll tell you how many minutes in it is, and you can tell an ambient temperature separate from the cook temperature. I really don't have any cons with the functionality of it. However, I do have some thoughts. I believe there are improvements that could be made. One big one for sure. It would be nice if in the app they had a way to set a low and a high ambient temperature, so that if I'm on the smoker and my temperature drops too much, it's going to alert me and let me know that, hey, something's up with your smoker, better go check on it. Or if that temperature goes way up high, I'm probably like burning too much too fast, and I better check on that and then make some adjustments. So that would be really nice. Another thing I noticed is the high-end temperature for the probe only goes up to 203 degrees. It really needs to go up to at least 212, I would say, because some things that you cook in the smoker, you're gonna wanna cook to 205, 206, 208. It really depends on the type of meat, Every meat and every cut of that type of meat reacts totally different. And luckily, with the brisket style tri-tip that I made, 203 was the perfect temperature. But it's not always going to be the case. So it would be great if they made that upgrade, plus the one I mentioned about the app with the ambient temperature alarm, and it'd be like a rock solid, perfect product. Now, as far as do I recommend it? Okay, so if you're cooking within that range up to 203 degrees, and you're not really caring about low and high temperature alarms for the ambient, this is great. This is a great product. I definitely stand behind it all the way as far as that is concerned. Functionality, the range. Oh yeah, let me mention one more thing. It even says you could get out of range and it will still record up to 30 minutes worth of data. I had to go totally out of range for like a half hour or something. Maybe I was outside my apartment talking to someone, and I look over at it and I see it's disconnected. So I come back in, it regains the connection, and this will re-upload the data, the missing data, to the application on your mobile device. I think that is really cool. I'm not sure if any of the other ones on the market do that, but I think that's a great feature. So really, that's about it. Those were my pros, those were my cons, and that's my take on the InkBird Bluetooth thermometer. I never remember the name. INT 11P-B. That is the model number, okay? Look for it on Amazon. I will drop a link in my description on Amazon where you could purchase it. I'll also put a link in my description back to InkBird so you can check out this and other fine products that they offer. Also, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or you have used this, I would love to know your thoughts. Drop me a line down below. And until next time, y'all have a stellar day. Be excellent. And remember me, I'm KJ Andio, your food experience host for the most. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.